So guys, finally, the governor of Plateau State has come out to raise alarm over the buying of his people. Nigerians are wondering, where has this governor been all this while? He's just coming out now after 64 communities have been sacked by the Fulanis. And the funniest part is that he said these Fulanis do not even speak any Nigerian languages. So you can imagine, Fulanis from different countries come to Nigeria, sacked 64 communities. They've taken over these communities, renamed them, and now they are living in those communities while the original occupants of those communities are in IDP camps. Tinubu's government has no program for the IDP people. So guys, you need to listen to all what this governor has come out to say. He's saying that he's waiting for the security agencies to tell him why these people are buying his people. So you can imagine that the governor does not even know reasons behind the buying of his people, and who are those buying his people. He's waiting for the security agencies. And now the chief of defense staff has equally told him that, see, this is a political problem. You guys must solve it politically. So guys, there's a whole chaos everywhere. The real solutions to this problem is not even near sight. I mean, Nigerians don't know when this problem is going to end. Let me allow you to take a look at what this governor has got to say. Take a look.
Plateau is landlocked, surrounded by Kaduna, Nasarawa, Bauchi. Now, a lot of these bandits crisscross from some of those states. You find that we also have boundaries with Taraba, with Gombe, and there is a cross-border banditry that takes place. Now, banditry in Nigeria has come to be associated with herdsmen, with cattle rearing. The two go together. They seem to go together. So I have not met one of those people on one, but what people who have come under their attacks have told us, that sometimes these people cannot even speak any Nigerian language. That is the truth.
So there are some kind of aliens. They are non-Nigerians.
Some of them are non-Nigerians, but some of them, I tell you, they migrate from the northwest, coming into places like Bauchi. They migrate into Plateau, and then they seem to have, in the whole North Central, I don't think, apart from Kwara, there is any state that is really safe, so to say. They seem to have taken over most of our forests, most of our waterways, and they continue to have a field day. And so what we need to do is to come to a point. I am a very strong advocate that pastoral cattle rearing is no more beneficial to anybody, neither the cattle rearers nor even the economy of the nation. We must move from that point and begin to have alternative ways of rearing cattle that is beneficial to us as a people, as a nation. If we eliminate that possibility, then we will now know those who are inside the bushes, those who are by the waterways, what are they doing there? What is their motive? And we can be able to deal with that.
Governor, move on quickly. So definitely, let's be clear. These people don't speak Angas. These people don't speak Birom. These people don't speak Hausa or Fufude or Kanuri or whatnot. And because some people in your state that I've spoken to prior to this conversation tonight, in my own journalist research for this program, there seem to be some people who are aggrieved, who name tag them. They said the popular language they hear from them is something related to Kanuri and the Fulani tendencies. You know, and that is very concerning, isn't it?
Yes, you know, Sheol, I don't want to be accused of ethnic profiling. People who know me know that I'm not an ethnic bigot. We have operated in this state on the basis of fairness, justice, and inclusion, and therefore we believe that everybody has the right of movement and so on and so forth. But we will not dodge away from taking responsibility that the herdsmen, the majority of herdsmen, definitely speak a definite language, which is known to all Nigerians. Now, is it possible that once in a while you find an Angas man or a Mogavul man or a Birom man involved in criminality? Yes, it is possible, because they are human beings. And I can tell you, whenever we find them involved, we deal with them squarely. There have been a few incidences where the cattle belonging to Fulanis have been rustled by some of these locals. And where we find them, we deal with them adequately. We pay compensation, even for the cattle that have been rustled, so that we maintain peace. But this has become a matter that we must take up as a nation. The situation from Borno, from Sokoto, Zamfara, it is creeping into the North Central. It has become a national menace, and we need to find a way to checkmate this. To be honest with you, these attacks are not new. They've been going on for the last 10 years or more. It's just that they were never brought to national attention. In Bokos particularly, Bokos is one of God's gifts to Plateau State. Beautiful landscape, great mineral deposits, and so, but it's a very treacherous terrain. These communities that have been recently attacked were part of the communities that were attacked in 2023, but they survived it. They rebuilt themselves. The Rui community that was first attacked lost about 17 people in 2023, but they bounced back to show you the resilience of the people. Now, if these kind of attacks have been going on for close to 10 years, it tells you a story that there is a deliberate, conscious attempt to clean out populations, and for what reason other than to reoccupy. As I'm talking to you, there are not less than 64 communities that have been taken over by bandits on the plateau between Bokos, Barikiladi, and Riom local governments. They have been taken over, renamed, and people are living there conveniently on lands they push people away to occupy. And these are things that we've been trying to embark on dialogue to make sure that these communities, these people return to their communities. But because of the proliferation of arms, which has become quite alarming, and I'm talking now not about small arms, it's real sophisticated arms in the hands of non-state actors, it has become more challenging for communities to be able to live in peace. So I can tell you in all honesty that I cannot find any explanation other than genocide sponsored by terrorists. The question is, who is the person, who are the persons behind the organizers of this terrorism? This is what the security agencies must help us to unravel. We must come to the point where we know the sponsors, because it is not just the work of ordinary people. This is being sponsored from somewhere. And I'm sure that in the coming days, the security agencies will work together, not at cross purposes, but in unison, to be able to bring out the requisite intelligence that will help us to put this matter behind us.
The support of the federal government of Nigeria, the tremendous support of the Nigerian military, as well as paramilitary, the police, the DSS, civil defense, and others, in maintaining law and order in the state. We also have to say the truth. Otherwise, all the gains that we have made so far will be a mirage. This is the main reason why we are here. We want to appeal to the federal government also to ensure that the northeastern part of Nigeria received the desired attention. It seems the focus of the Nigerian army and the focus of the Federal Ministry of Defense is not in the northeastern state of Nigeria. Considering the strategic location of the northeastern state of Nigeria, we deserve to receive the desired attention. The Sahel region is very important. Our location is also very important. Borno State is bordering to the Republic of Chad, Niger, and Cameroon. A lot of foreigners are coming into Borno State through these borders. A lot of foreign insurgents are coming into Nigeria. So if nothing is being done, the state will be in turmoil again. I believe the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria will not accept this one, and the Nigerian armed forces will not accept this one. In as much as possible, that we can praise the federal government and Nigerian army on doing good things. This is a time that we have to say the right thing, so that proper action and remedial measures shall be carried out. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to the expanded State Security Council meeting after the Eid celebration. The Eid al-Fitr has just come and gone, but its virtues and lessons remain with us. It is therefore paramount on all to sustain the good teachings of the holy month of Ramadan for the survival of our dear country, Nigeria. In view of the above, sacrifices of our troops in the front line is acknowledged and appreciated, while we will continue praying for their success. I wish to express my profound gratitude to Almighty Allah for the successful Eid celebrations throughout the state and Nigeria in general. The recent escalation of Boko Haram attacks across the state is a matter of utmost concern. There is urgent need for aggressive military action and actionable intelligence to counter the insurgency. The recent attacks on Sabongari, Dambwa, Wulgo, Baga, and Mongono point to the need to up our ante in confronting the Boko Haram insurgency decisively and swiftly. I call on our armed forces to not only mount checkpoints and guard our towns and villages, I also call on our armed forces to take the battle to the enemy. I also call on our armed forces to take the battle to the enemy. We should not grant breathing space to the Boko Haram to regroup, rearm, and carry out attacks on our territory. By engaging in relentless patrols, picketing, and decapitation missions, our troops should defeat and end the insurgency in time, so that our recovery plan will progress without let or hindrance. The resettlement plan of the Borno State government is in high gear, with new towns and villages earmarked for return of our IDPs to their ancestral homes. Without tight and efficient security, our resettlement campaign will not succeed. Therefore, I implore on you to support my government's drive to restore the dignity of our people. The Borno State government will continue to work closely with the armed forces to execute our development and peace-building program. We are deeply conscious of the nexus between development, security, and peace. Hence, as we invest in critical infrastructure, we are all opening new avenues for our citizens to engage in agriculture and sustainable livelihood. All this will not be feasible without resourcing and empowering our security agencies to secure our territory and safeguard citizens' lives and properties. Our government will continue to support our defense and security agencies while pushing them to perform better in encountering terrorism, insurgency, and criminality. We are also dealing decisively with the challenges of enforcing the state policy on scrap metals, which has of recent become a matter of serious concern. We need the full cooperation of all and sundry. The Borno State government is very strict about the resolve to ensure that metal scavengers and merchants do not use the loopholes in our enforcement protocols to steal critical assets and smuggle them out of our state. On the other hand, in the light of the September 2024 flood disaster, we are duty-bound to take necessary steps to avert, manage, and control future disasters. Let me thank the federal government for approving 80 billion naira for immediate restoration, redesign, and expansion of the Alo Dam. Let me also use this opportunity to commend the Nigerian Armed Forces military, commend all the security agencies for providing an enabling environment for our farmers to cultivate their agricultural lands in the year 2024 rainy season. We believe this will be sustained. I want to use this opportunity to thank to all of you, the Sector 3 Commander, Sector GOC 70, Sector 2, all the military agencies and paramilitary, especially the police, DSS, civil defense, and others, civilian JTF for providing the enabling environment, including the Air Force, who has been doing a very great job in dealing with the insurgents. This rainy season is approaching, which usually comes with peculiar environmental and health challenges that require proactive measure. In this regard, I have instructed the State Urban Planning and Development Board to henceforth not to allow any form of development, renovation along river banks in order to protect future flooding in Maiduguri and its environs. Proliferation of event centers without proper regulation is a matter of concern to the Borno State government. Some of these centers have not met urban planning regulation and standards, while others are located in inappropriate locations or unsuitable areas, posing security risks. To address this, henceforth, Borno State government will ensure all event centers comply with urban planning regulations, ethical standards, and cultural norms. Non-compliant centers will face legal action with a view to ensuring law and order in the state. The proliferation of brothels and illegal hotels has continued to give us sleepless nights. These legal structures have become hotbeds for crime and social vices in the state. We shall not relent in the demolition of these illegal structures and revoking of their licenses where necessary. In this regard, the high-powered committee, which has been in existence for a long time on illegal hotels and brothels, will soon be reconstituted to impose government policy on this subject matter. I want to call upon the Nigerian military, the armed forces especially, to put heads together with the police, DSS, civil defense, and others to ensure that these criminals are dealt accordingly. And I believe some of them are not from Nigeria. We should work with immigration officials in order to deport some of them. Recently, we received over 300 or 500 from the Republic of Chad, from Borno State, from Nigeria, were deported because they are found wanting in their countries. We don't have any other problem in doing so. We shall very soon reconstitute the committee and see how we shall deal appropriately with the cases of illegal activities within the town. Otherwise, this will fuel another insurgency. I want to assure all security agencies that Borno State government will provide all necessary support to achieving this mandate. Another very important matter that is disturbing the government of Borno State is the looting of public properties in the state. Communication gadgets, especially as well as electricity distribution gadgets, and many more properties were vandalized and looted in Borno State without the notice of the Borno State government. Sorry to say that I do used to receive clearance from the Nigerian army, from the theater commander, for these people to loot government properties. This will never be feasible. SSG, we have the right to the theater commander that the theater commander has no business in giving clearance to these people. If it is a government property, we have to decide, sit down and identify whether these properties are legal items of federal government before they should go away with our own properties. There was a time along the Chad Basin area, almost all the items that are belonging to the high tension and to us were dismantled and cutted away. So Nigerian military has no business in giving them clearance. We have to come together and ensure that these properties are not our own before they will take them out. We will not even agree for anybody to remove any government properties in Borno State. It is our own properties. As we did last time in railway headquarters, where some scrupulous individuals in the name of railway officials were here to cut away with government properties. We said no, nobody should take away any of our own properties. So this clearance is not known to us, and Commissioner for Police will call the theater commander, have a meeting with him, and tell him that these are government properties. Under no circumstances, these properties should be carted away from the state government. He has opened up the road between Goza, Bita, Yamteke, and Isge. And I also thank him because he was in Goshe trying to open up the Ashigashia area. Wulgo is one of our greatest challenges. Josie 7 did. So we have to work with you to see that Wulgo does not fall. Because any problem in Wulgo will affect Gamborungala. And then Lokomane, even Chikwa, even Kalabalke. So we are aware of what has happened. General Mukud will come, and very soon we shall sweep into action. The road between Marte to Maiduguri, Monguno, is a matter of great concern to all of us. And these are some of the issues that we are here to discuss. We are also appealing to the federal government of Nigeria and the Nigerian military to do something about the Northeast, because right now we don't have single attack helicopter in Borno State. These attack helicopters were taken away from Borno State to the southwestern, northwestern states. We are not saying no, while trying to maintain law and order in northwestern state. They should also not be unmindful of the northeastern state. We have the federal government has procured 3 armed drones from Turkey to the northeast. All these things were taken away to northwest. Virtually, the northeast is now standing alone. No attention we have been receiving from the ministers of defense in terms of equipment and others. While we are saying we appreciate them, this is time that they should also give us a listening ear. Otherwise, the security situation in Borno State has started deteriorating. And it is our own duty to inform the federal government of the dangerous inherent in what is recently been happening in the state. On this note, once again, let me welcome you all to this very important meeting. Let me commend all of you, and I believe we shall finish this mission on time because the traditional rulers are here and we need to close for prayers also. Assalamu alaikum.
The National Security Advisor, Mr. Nuhu Ribadu, is asking Nigerians to stop paying ransom to kidnappers and bandits in order to stem the tide of insecurity in the country. Speaking in Abuja shortly after receiving 60 kidnapped victims who were rescued by army troops in conjunction with other security agencies, he says the payment of ransom is fueling banditry and kidnapping. Mr. Ribadu again reaffirms the commitment of the federal government to deal with bandits and kidnappers terrorizing innocent persons.
I want to also use the opportunity to talk to our people. Please stop giving money to these people. It's one of the worst things that is happening. It's the most difficult thing we have faced. Many of these people, as you see them, their families have given money to these people, but it did not lead to their own release. No, it is we, the security forces, that have got them out. It's not the money that they are giving. These people, the more you give, the more you are compounding the problems for us. We have never given anybody a dime. We don't. And we don't want people to do so. Please stop it. Inadvertently, in the may be helping this thing. And we are saying enough is enough. We will not be able to stop this thing quickly if people continue to give them money. I want to make a very strong appeal to all. It's understandable. When someone of yours is in captivity, you will do whatever it takes for you to get him back.
The army chief arrived at Bokos, the headquarters of the local government council, in the company of the General Officer Commanding 3 Division of the Nigerian Army, Major General Folusho Oyinlola, the special advisor to the Plateau State Governor on security matters. Their visit is to discuss ways to permanently end the attacks, which left many people injured and thousands displaced. Bokos local government area has recently made headlines for wrong reasons. On April 2nd, unknown gunmen attacked over 6 communities, killing over 80 people and destroying more than 700 houses, displacing thousands in neighboring areas. The Chief of Army Staff addressed stakeholders during a special engagement, suggesting potential solutions to the problem and emphasizing the need for religious harmony and tolerance. He also assured the public that the Nigerian Army will take a strategic approach to address these challenges.
I wouldn't say particularly that it's going to be a new strategy, because the fact here is that there are some issues that need to be resolved, politically. Because we can't rely permanently on kinetic approach to issues. So with that, I'm going to meet the governor of the state and deliberate with him to see how we can resolve these issues politically. We're talking about our aspect of the job. We're going to see how we can enhance the security of this place by inducting more men, inducting more enablers, and maybe from there we'll take it on. The underlying factor has to be addressed, because even if you deploy the entire Nigerian army in Plateau State, if the underlying factors are not addressed, we can't achieve much. With the police, I think that some arrests have been made.
Some stakeholders at the event shared their views on the immediate causes of the attacks and appealed for intervention from the federal government and security agencies.
We are peace-loving people in Bokos local government, as everybody knows. And the lasting solution that at least we want the government to help us. Let them find those who will say it is Fulani that they are doing this one, critically, because we have been seeing them. So if they saw those kind of people, let them arrest them and take them, let them, the law take its course, so that the world will know really those people that they have been catch, they put them to where they're supposed to be, so that next steps, other people will not look at it again. If not, this thing, when it happens again, our people here, we will not fall our harms again. The best thing, we want the government to help us so that they do something about those people.
In another development, the Chief of Army Staff visited the 332 Auxiliary Regiment Barracks on an operational visit to address the challenges and welfare of the troops. These visits to troubled areas aim to bring respite and hope to the affected communities seeking to bring an end to the attacks.
So guys, you have seen what is going on in Nigeria. Honestly, a whole lot to be said when it comes to leadership. Leadership is our biggest challenge. Tinubu is chilling in France. Nigerians are buying. Nobody has come out to issue any tangible statement. Nobody has come out to address the nation. Nobody is even caring about those that have been displaced. Before Tinubu came into leadership, under the Buhari's government, we had a lot of Fulanis, displacing Nigerians. So they ended up having many people in IDP camps. Those people are not even being brought back to their communities. Now they have come again ransacking Nigerians, and the governor is playing as in ignorance of what is happening. The security agents is not even offering hope to Nigerians, and one keeps wondering, how long is this going to happen? How long are we going to be here? So guys, it's really so sad, really so pathetic that we are here.